So, Panda Global's gone. You know, the CEO did some shady shit. Everything went to shit. Players left, all that, right? Just to give you a TLDR. And I feel for the players, right? Because I had a sponsorship similar. Was not nearly as big as Panda Global. Well, I was a part of a team where the CEO was doing shady stuff. Granted, it was on a different level. And it was not salvageable on the team I was on. But Panda Global was salvageable. And Jiyuna does a great breakdown. And I'm going to give my comments on what he says. You know, basically TLDR for my team. CEO was taking funds. Basically charging a monthly fee for the lower people on the lower end of the team. I didn't know this. Let me make that abundantly apparent. He was charging people on the lower end of the team a monthly fee, like a subscription to be on the team, and using that to fund stuff for the team and for the higher end people. Like I said, I was only on the team for like a month or two. I didn't invest much time, but I was still part of it, so I have a general idea of how Jiyuna and them feel. It was brutal democracy.
All right, what's up, guys? So we're back with another one here. Now, it's been a while. I've been waiting to make this video, but I think it's finally time. So yes, it's time after about a year and a half.
Yeah, he was on the team.
Time to say farewell to my first, and maybe only sponsor of all time. But yes, Panda, I'm no longer a member of the Panda team. Now, let it be said, I am Panda Strong Soldier, okay? I'm not leaving the team. I always fought till the very, very end. I fought till the very, very, very end, but unfortunately, there's just not enough. There's not enough left going on right now, so I'm being let go. I'm being sent out into the rain, but who knows? Maybe one day we can come back. But yeah, I just want to talk about it, the team, what happened, and I want to just kind of get something off my chest as well. But yeah, like, oh, you feel sad for this old man? Hit that subscribe button. Let's go.
He's right.
Yeah, anyway,
I'll hit that subscribe button. You would think I would be subscribed.
It's January. So I joined Panda almost 2 years ago. Crazy. Remember this? They made this cool on the website right there. Panda signed with Jiyuna, launched his new YouTube channel. So that was kind of why they brought me on. They had some FGC players already, but they wanted to kind of make a fighting game YouTube channel. Their Smash channel was already quite big. So they brought me in. They got more editors and everything.
Yeah, because after he joined, they started doing more content and combo trials and shit like that.
And we did pretty well, I think. You know, of course, there's a lot of people online like, I hate this content, I hate that stuff, man, it's like poison, whatever. But there were people that enjoyed it. You know, I had fun making the videos. I had fun talking with the chat and the viewers and everything each time. Quizzes, reactions. You know, it wasn't meant to be super high level stuff. There's other channels that did that. We were pretty consistent. I think we did a good job. Unfortunately, we never got to hit the 100K goal. Unfortunately, we got to cut it short there. We did pretty good, you know, starting from nothing, growing to that size. I'm proud of it. But as you are aware, I'm sure there was a bunch of drama, I guess at this point about two months ago, you know, involving the CEO, strong arming other TOs about the tour, and then blah, blah, all this bullshit happened. I don't care. I don't care at all. But everyone got really pissed off. You know, the Twitter mob went after all of Panda. The CEO went after everybody, and the team kind of just fell apart right away. Now, it sucks. This is like I think the biggest like bag fumbling of all time. You know, there was a lot of mistakes all around. It's kind of what I just want to talk about right now. But I want you guys to understand, Panda was an insane team. So Panda was a Smash fighting game only team, as in it wasn't like a smaller branch of a bigger team, like a lot like Team Liquid, right? So Team Liquid's like a major esports team that has like a little fighting game thing attached to it. Whatever. CLG is a great team right now, but again, CLG is like a bigger esports team that has like a fighting game branch to it. Panda was not. Panda was dedicated into the FGC only.
Yeah, and so what he means by that is these other tier 1 esports teams could just be like, oh, you know what? We don't need fighting games. Goodbye. CLG, Smash, FGC, bye. You know, TSM, Leffen, bye. We don't need you guys. You guys are the bottom of the barrel. Very bottom of the barrel. In fact, we're not even at the bottom of the barrel, dude. We're basically non-existent in their ecosystem, right? But Panda Global was like, nah, we only employ FGC people, and they had like a Pokemon person and I think some chick that played chess. But there was no Valorant, Apex, Overwatch, CS:GO team, none of that. It was dedicated to fighting games and Smash.
It was very profitable. So they even announced it generated like $2 million in sponsor revenue just for their tour and everything.
Yeah,
we were all getting paid, you know, so like everyone's getting paid to work there. It's not just like, all right, we'll send you a jersey and some other shady teams. It was a legit organization. It was a business. It was probably, I would say, the best fighting game team ever because there's no real competition. It was actually profitable, actually like self-sustaining, actually had a future. It was still growing. Everything was going great until this kind of blow up at the end. Now, I got to be careful. Now, I want to be careful how I say this because everybody I talked with Panda, everyone worked with Panda, it's all great people. I want everybody to succeed. But I'm very, 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 very disappointed with how things ended. I was very disappointed with how things ended. So obviously, he messed up. He set all this off. He screwed up. He had to go. It was already decided, right? It was decided like immediately. Once the mob is on your side, once the mob's against you, there's no reasoning, right? There's no unless you have
literally impossible.
Even if you have like 110% proof that like you're innocent, that's still not enough. If the mob decides you're guilty, you need like 500% proof. So
you're innocent, guilty until proven innocent, but still kind of guilty.
Way like the first thing when this blew up, I was like, oh, this guy's got to go. Like it's unfortunate. Whatever happened, they've already decided he's got to go. So what did I do? Did I make a tweet? Like I got to go? Did I get involved with any of this?
To explain that mob mentality, Delwyn, is right. Let's say in this situation, right, the one at hand, Alan B was framed or whatever, right? Even if he proved undeniable proof without a doubt that he was innocent, doesn't matter. The damage has already been done. Look at Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, right? The damage was already done to Johnny Depp's career, and it took forever. It took a couple years, right, for him to start getting roles again and his reputation back to where, not even where it was once originally. It's not even there yet, but he's working on it now, right? But there's undeniable proof that he was the victim. I mean, obviously, people aren't perfect or whatever, but that's besides the point. But yeah, even with undeniable 1,000,000,000% receipts, he's innocent, but some people won't care for the receipts and the damage is already done. So you're guilty until proven innocent, but you're still kind of guilty.
Discussion. This is what I did. That was my comment.
Not with mob mentality, Delwyn. You're guilty until proven innocent. Not anymore. You're guilty until proven innocent now in these situations.
On everything that happened.
Yeah,
okay?
that's what
so I was
response.
Getting every day.
I may not like it, but it's how things
I was
roll.
getting DMs. I was getting messages. I was getting replies to that. I was getting added like, "What's your stance? How dare you support Panda? Like, what is wrong with you? Why?"
Reminder: this was not a Panda decision. This was a Dr. Alan B decision. This was the CEO's. This maybe one other person, maybe his main contact on the team for Smash. But other than that, if you kept up with it, a lot of it was just the CEO of Panda, Alan, doing all the strong arming and threatening, apparently. It wasn't a team decision. Most other people were on the team were surprised just as everybody else. It was Alan, maybe one other person, right? Maybe a third, but it was him and I think just one other person. So why are you attacking the team when it was one person's decision? I'll tell you why, because people are fucking idiots with mob mentality, and if one thing goes wrong, they want to see everything go wrong because people love drama.
Why are you doing this? What did you like? You're terrible, blah, blah, blah. My response to all that, there you go. There was more news that broke. They were fighting back. My response to that take right there, that's my response right there. What do you think about this? How dare you? That's literally for it was 2 or 3 days. I think that's all I said. I think that's literally for 2 or 3 days. While all this is going down, that's all I said. So, I just kept my mouth shut, played my games, did whatever, minded my own business. I was waiting for everything to kind of fold over. But unfortunately, again, I'm not trying to like point blame, like victim blame, but unfortunately, during that time, while I was busy posting the dogs, other members of the team started to engage. That's where I was like, oh no, here we go. The other members of the team started to engage. They started to go on Twitter and try to talk to the angry mob on there. Like it started to I don't support this. Hold on, man. Don't group me into this. But like all they do is they want blood. So what happened is people started to leave, right? So maybe this one person from the team leaves. They make an announcement. I'm leaving. And hey, yeah, you're great. You're great. This other person on the team sees that, okay, I'm going too. So once, you start to crumble. Once you start to crumble, it's over. Once you meet that critical mass, we're just like, it's over. Like they left. It's just a cycle. It keeps going. So that's why it's just me. That's why the strongest soldier is still here. With, I think, KP still around too.
Not Kinder Party.
But there's nobody left, right? Everybody left within
wrong KP.
24 hours, 48 hours, like within 2 days.
And the most unfortunate part of this is like all the people that abandoned ship way too fast, way too soon. Who knows if they'll get another sponsor? Or if they do, who knows if the sponsor will treat them as well, right? Maybe it'll be like, oh, we'll give you some jerseys and we'll retweet your post. But I'm sure most, if not everybody on Panda got paid. I'm sure they made a bag at the end of the month. But now they're all free agents. They jumped the ship too early. The team could have survived. Put a new CEO. Be like, we learned from our past CEO. It was only him. Whatever. We move. People are pissed for a couple days. And then they move on to get pissed about something else. Amateurs.
There's no time at all. It was too early to leave. I'm telling you, it was too early to leave. I know you're getting bullied. I was with you. I think the difference.
Basically, translation for Jiyuna, you're all a bunch of pussies. I'll say it for him. He doesn't want to say it because he wants to be like the nice guys, but y'all are a bunch of pussies. Why did you leave so early? Why did you abandon ship when the problem wasn't the core of the team? It was just one person. You cut off a limb if it's rotting, if it's poisoned. Y'all just jumped ship too early. See, with Brutal Democracy, there was no saving that shit. Right? It was fucking over. Dude was taking money, him and a couple other people at the top. It wasn't a one-person job. It was multiple people putting effort and were aware in doing this. This was a one-man job. Maybe another person. I forget. But this was salvageable. Your reputation would have been harmed for a bit, but put a new CEO on top. Your relations with the people and the staff are the same. Unlike this, where you can't trust anybody in Brutal Democracy, they'll try to scam people again. You can't just put somebody else as CEO. You can't appoint them as CEO. Terrible. This, it's like, oh, just get rid of him. Cut it off before it spreads. Y'all a bunch of cowards. I'll say it for Jiyuna. Y'all cowards. I'll say it again. Best sponsor in the FGC. And it was FGC only. Right? Gone. Probably never to return. We may never have another sponsor that's FGC only this good. Because you can't name one FGC only sponsor right now. Not a single one. And if you can, it's probably not doing anything for anybody.
Difference is that it wasn't my first rodeo. I'm used to getting attacked by people.
No shade, but Jiyuna's talking directly into the Smash players in this part. Talking about everybody. Even fighting game people left within the first day or two. Right? Some people hung on. Right? I think Kizzy hung on for a bit. Then he left. It's Out of Prime hung on. Jiyuna hung on. There was the staff. But anyways, keep on
Twitter. I've been the center of like the FF14 community. Those dudes destroyed me. What did I do? I literally was like, okay, I just talked about BlazBlue instead. I had the Brawlhalla community on my ass, right? I had all the anime avatars on me multiple times for Melty Blood. But from my experience, I know it just goes away. Literally just 1 day, 2 days, gonna find something else to get angry at, something else to hate. It's all you had to do, right?
Also, another thing too was me and Little Majin were both sponsored by Brutal Democracy. And I hit up Little Majin. I was like, hey, dude, are you aware of what's happening? So me and him discussed amongst each other. And Yahozi was on that team. It was me, Yahozi, Little Majin, I think Peeling from Tekken, right? We all talked amongst each other about everything. And we all agreed, like, this is not salvageable. I don't think... If they did, they communicated poorly in Panda, right? The players and the content creators or whatever, they communicated poorly, or they just didn't have a proper discussion regarding of what comes next. They just thought like, oh, short term, I gotta save my ass now. But in reality, people are gonna be pissed for a day or two, and then they're not gonna care anymore after a couple days.
If everybody on Panda went like this, right? So everyone's got their phone out. You got your phone. You're getting messages, all this stuff. You're evil. You're a terrible human being. All you had to do was go like this. Ready? You just had to press the button. one more time. Just put your phone down. 2 days. 2 days is all we need. 48 hours. We just need 48 hours. Just stay offline. So what happened, right?
Yeah, the perfect example here. I was like, didn't some other CEO on a tier 1 sponsorship get into some shit? Yeah, the G2 esports CEO resigns amid Andrew Tate controversy. And you know, G2 is still around. Tier 1 esports sponsorship. They're like, oh, our CEO is a fucking idiot. He's gotta go. Get him out. They got him out. Andrew Tate, this issue was a bigger thing than the Panda Global Smash World Tour issue, right? That was just in a community scale. This was on a global scale, okay? And what they did was, CEO's gotta go. Everyone else, we're sorry. He's an idiot. He's gone. New rules, new regulations. We're fine. G2 is fine. They're still around. They're flourishing. The players didn't jump ship in G2. They weren't like, we gotta go. They're just
what
nah,
ended up
wait it
happening
out.
with Panda is that the CEO did step down. He had to step down. He understands that he's a smart guy. He knows. He's like, all right, look, my reputation's gone.
Well, here's the thing. If whatever the CEO did, I wouldn't even say was illegal for Panda Global, right? You know, he didn't physically put his hands on anybody. He tried to more so forcefully persuade them, and nobody bit, but more like empty threats, right? But I don't think it's anything illegal. I'm not a lawyer by any means, but I'm pretty sure he didn't do anything illegal. And even then, you just cut the root of the problem when it's only a one-person issue. Okay, C2 one-person issue. They cut him off. Panda Global one-person issue. They cut him off, but everybody jumped ship.
Panda cannot function with me at the head.
They got
I'm
rid
gonna
of him
step
for
down.
optics.
He
but yeah,
did.
the whole
The problem is
corporation didn't
he
fail.
did it, but
yeah,
everyone
exactly.
left before that. So you're left with like nothing. We're left with a logo. We have a bunch of merch in like in a warehouse somewhere, but there's no infrastructure left. You know, it's not even the players. That's I think another thing people don't understand about esports team is like, all right, you know, Punk leaves, like whatever, Kizzy leaves, Smash players leave. You know, that sucks. Obviously, they're the faces of Panda, but they're not the most important people. It's the core, right?
I will say this. He is right in the sense that the core people that keep the gears going, but those core people need people to work with, right? They need to draw attention towards the team to keep the sponsors. So it's a machine where everybody needs to be working together, right? You can't have one without the other for too long. You could have the core of the team without players and content creators for a bit, but you're going to need them back as soon as possible to get the money pumping again, because you want to tell sponsors, we have this person, we have these people, we have this kind of content, right, that represent us to get these numbers, whatever. It's a sales pitch. All sponsorships are sales pitches, or I guess teams, I should say. All teams are sales pitches to sponsors.
So there's so many people that kind of make these esports team happen. You know, the player managers are crazy. You know, scheduling everything, right?
And let me say, this is not to discredit the inner linings, right, of a team. Like those people that record stuff, take pictures, right, manage the players. God bless them. They're fucking amazing. They're incredible. They're great people. Without them, none of this would be possible. Right? For fucking sure. Let me just make that abundantly apparent. I'm not undermining what they do, at all.
You know, for the YouTube channels, you know, the people come with the content. They come with the content. They make the thumbnails. They do all the editing. You know, they plan all the meetings. They do everything. There's so many people involved. It's a huge organization, right, with many, many moving parts, and you need all those parts to be successful. So once people started flooding out, you know, once all the key aspects are gone, there's no coming back. You can't just like, all right, he left, just replace him with that person, right? Too many left too soon. It's over, boys. Now, what I hope, because what we're seeing already, it's only been a month and a half. We're already seeing on Twitter now from random people like, you know what? Maybe we screwed up. Maybe we shouldn't have tried to cancel Panda. Maybe we shouldn't have like gone after them. And then other people's like, oh, it wasn't me. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do any of that. What? I wasn't going after them at all. But what's done is done. Panda is definitely taking a break for the moment. Who knows, man? Hopefully, we've seen it happen before. You know, we've seen teams like go away, step aside, and then come back. Maybe.
Have we though? I can't think of a single instance, at least in the FGC, where a team left, came back, and everything. I think when you leave the FGC, you're fucking gone for good. I don't have any recollection of a team in the FGC leaving and then coming back, or even a tier 1 esports. But I don't know. I don't know every tier. If tier 1 esports teams are so good, then where's tier 2? There's actually a tier 2. I'm just making a poor joke. If chat or
maybe
you know on YouTube,
maybe
please
like
let me know, because I don't know a single
If they
instance.
do, I'm here. Knock on my door. I'm ready. I'm ready for the revenge arc anytime, and I'm sure everybody else is too. You know, I know the people that left Panda. Again, I hope nobody gets angry for what I.
Do I have an email for business inquiries and sponsorships? I do, on my Twitter and my YouTube and maybe my Twitch. Yeah, so yeah, you can DM me on Twitter. My email's on Twitter and my email's on my YouTube. All right, back to the video.
I said I know none of them wanted to leave. I just know they felt like they were pressured that they had to leave. I'm saying that you didn't have to leave, but if there was an opportunity.
Moments like this is when you're pressured in this situation. You either come out a diamond or you turn into dust. No in between. And again, and Jiyuna says this in a little bit, because I saw this earlier, because I was like, damn, I can relate to this. He says that like, or I think he said earlier, this wasn't his first rodeo. Yeah, he did. He's saying, you know, Final Fantasy 14 people wanted him, the anime profiles, whatever. A lot of these people weren't used to having such heat on them, right? They weren't used to being in this situation. They just wanted to agree with the mob mentality. You could agree with the mob mentality in the terms of the CEO had to go, but not in the sense that the whole team has to crumble. The whole team should not suffer for the act of one man, one person. That's terrible thinking and logic and rationale.
Opportunity for everyone to get back together again. Just keep it going. I'm sure everybody would like to come back, because there's also no other opportunities. I'm rambling, but I gotta reiterate. You don't understand how good Panda was. I see people saying, "Don't worry, the next opportunity is coming." Like, I'm sure you'll do great at your next job. Your next.
FGC with another great opportunity. Unless you're the 0.00001%. No. Sorry, but no. Again, a lot of these people that were on Panda Global, right? Like, these other teams already have people. A couple of them will probably get picked up by other sponsors, maybe. Big maybe. And if maybe. But a lot of the people, like, Panda was so great to them, right? They knew people on Panda. They built a relationship. They got in for whether they were a commentator, content creator, something, right? But it was FGC heavy. So they're like, yeah, we like you. You're FGC. We fuck with that heavy. Or Smash. We're going to give you the opportunity. Other teams are going to be like, what do? You don't stream. You don't have YouTube. You don't have numbers on Twitter. Could be a no for me, dog.
Opportunity. There are no other opportunities. The world's on fire right now. The world's been on fire for like. You do great at your next job, your next opportunity. There are no other opportunities. The world's on fire right now. The world's been on fire for like 2 years. The world is on fire, and the esports is like down here. The esports bubble. We just had 100 Thieves lay off. You know, 100 Thieves is like multi-million, like one of the biggest teams. They laid off tons of people. Again, Stream Elements just laid off. People just, I think, highly overestimating just esports in general, and like how much money can be made, and like what can a successful team be. Or maybe like in a few months we could have like a proper analysis, so people would understand like how good this was compared to all these other like teams just come and go. Panda was around for 8 years. Can't believe it. But anyway, that's enough. Thank you for having me on this team. I can't believe it. When they hit me up, I
think the best way Jiyuna's trying to put it was Panda was more like a family than a team.
You're gonna give me a chance?
Right.
But I'm very, very grateful.
It didn't feel as much of a business as it did as a home.
For almost 2 years. I wish it could have gone longer.
That's what I think. And it's very important to feel like you're at home with friends and family on a team, right? You don't want to feel just like a business model, a fucking money pit, right? I'll be like, oh, these people are sick. You know, we have a lot in common. We can just meet up at the events and have fun. We're not here together. We're not here together just because we have to do a group photo, right? Or, you know, the team demanded it. Like, we showed up and we're like, oh, cool. Hey, you know, how you been? You know, blah, blah, blah. You know, I missed you, whatever. You know, you want to get a drink later? Stuff like that. It was more like a family than it was a business.
Saying, I hate you, Panda, cancel Panda, shut the team down, cancel anybody who supports it. Fuck you. Just get the hell out of here. Nobody likes you. And if you're not, if you're an ex-Panda employee, good luck. I don't know what's going on. You can come hang out on Fighting Tuesday. I guess that's all I can offer you. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys next one. Peace.
Yeah, people abandoned ship too early. They went with the mob mentality when all you had to do was get rid of the CO and call it a day. And then that was it. And as Jiyuna said, people were like, damn, maybe we were too hard on them. Yeah, you gotta remember things like this. For anybody watching, anybody that gets an opportunity like this in the future or whatever. If there's one issue with a structure like this, clearly the smartest decision the team or the structure is going to make is to get rid of it. Right, G2 got rid of their CEO. Panda got rid of their CEO. The only problem is that G2 didn't abandon ship after the CEO and fall into the mob mentality of like, oh my god, G2, how can you have a CEO who supports blah blah blah? Oh my god, look at you. I can't believe any of you guys. G2 is devil. It's like, nah, they're like, bro, it's just him. Why you pissed at me? Don't be mad at me. Don't be pissed at the team. Be pissed at the CEO. He's the only person that's doing wrongdoing to you and the majority. They think of Panda Global. Pissed at the CEO. You're not pissed at Panda. Why would you be pissed at anybody else who has nothing to do with it? So don't jump ship. Give it some time. People are gonna forget about the issue. Like, people aren't even talking about it anymore. People aren't even saying adding Panda for Alan anymore. Right? I mean, he came out on a podcast to try to clarify something. But again, they're just pissed at him. And if they get pissed at the team, they're gonna not be pissed at the team in some time. Give it a couple days, a week. They're gonna move on to the next thing to be pissed about. That's just how it is. How the internet works. If the internet moves in years as opposed to days, that's how things used to be. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, something you want to say, let me know in the comments. I personally think it was stupid what happened to Panda. They did great things for the FGC. And there probably won't be another team like Panda in terms of great things for the FGC. And it sucks. All these people that had these opportunities are going to find it very difficult to have opportunities again, similar into the vein of Panda. If that even ever happens, which it might not for some of them. Sucks. You know, I think the staff will be okay. Some of them. But, you know, some of the content creators, players, people that did other things on the team, they find it troubling. We'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully everybody finds something and lands on their feet. But as Jiyuna said, it's hard in this ecosystem. Things are going down. The esports bubble is starting to pop. Alright. Take it easy, y'all.